to you all and welcome to the Irish in the UK. This week we're coming to you from Luton for the Leitrim Association annual fundraising gala ball. We'll be having some fantastic music from Barry Owen and his band, and we'll be chatting to some of the people that's kept the association going for over 45 years.
'Tis there that my thoughts ever linger, no matter wherever I roam. I ask not for fame or for fortune, just give me my old Leitrim home.
Tom, what a wonderful night for your fundraising gala ball.
This is the third year that we've done this in Luton. The original idea was actually that we tried to do something a bit different. We've got long-serving associations within the town, so Leitrim's probably the oldest, that will be 45 years this year, and then we've got Mayo, which is 25. But I think the problem that we have and the issue with the associations is that actually bringing in new people to continue the great work is quite difficult. And so the gala balls were a way of bringing in some different people and some younger people in to sort of celebrate kind of the great work really and raise some money for some good charities. And there's a lot of work that goes in sort of behind the scenes, but you have to sort of remind yourself all the way through it that at the end of it, we're going to be doing things for, you know, our local people, and, you know, small amounts of money that we raise here tonight. You know, a fiver in an envelope actually goes a long way in sort of a place like Luton.
Now, of course, it's been a great record to keep the Leitrim Association going here in Luton for 45 years. Congratulations.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say, it's something I'm really proud of. I remember sort of when I was, you know, a child in the 80s, I used to attend all of the Leitrim Association dinner and dances, fundraisers with my grandparents, Tom and Agnes Shanley. And that was wonderful. And actually to continue that going was something I felt really passionately about. I spent a bit of time sort of away from the Irish community, and then I met my wife Joanne, and she was a Leitrim woman from a Leitrim family, and I sort of got reintroduced to it again, and that kind of sort of spurred me on to sort of join the association and want to try and bring that forward if we could.
And even if she asked me now, well, I'd let her go alone. Come on. Well, I used to see her at the chapel doing this Sunday mass, and then she'd go up to receive and get down at your pass.
Now, you mentioned your wife, Joanne, and I've been hearing from people here today that she's a real Trojan worker for the association.
Yeah, I mean, lots of the kind of wives and girlfriends and mothers are kind of the unsung heroes, I think, of kind of the associations. They're the ones that get stuff done. Joanne is kind of the architect behind what you see in that place tonight, all of the chair coverings, all of the finer details that, you know, would be totally over my head. And she works really hard to sort of, you know, make sure that everything looks spot on the night. So she's done a great job. I'm gutted that she's not here, but we're all really proud of her.
Well, the room looks beautiful in there tonight, I have to say.
Yeah, it does. It does. And I think yesterday when we were setting up, I think people were sort of saying, "Oh, you're very particular about the way that things should look." And I think actually modern society expects quite high standards, and that's what we're trying to do here, is to bring something a bit different, you know, maintain the roots that we've got. So our annual dinner dance is still our flagship event for the association, but actually this is a new way of bringing people into the association, and I think they expect something just a tiny bit different and a bit special when they come to our event.
Tom, lovely to meet you tonight, and good luck with the rest of your fundraising.
Thank you very much, and we're delighted to have you here, especially promoting, you know, the smaller associations with a big history. So thanks for coming.
Well, there's always a fire in the kitchen. There's in my house. There's always a kettle on the boil. There's no fancy carpets, no telephone, but the one thing.
Tom, as chairman of the association, you must be really proud tonight. You've got a really great crowd in there.
Listen, we're more than proud. I mean, my connections came through Rita Jordan.
many moons ago, she asked me would I get involved. Out of a family of 6, my mother and father are from Leitrim. Tom P. McLaughlin, who's passed away last year, he's from Effina in Kilclar. My mum's from Drumshanbo, Liscarbon, where I spent many summers. And personally, you mightn't think it by the accent, but I was born in Mohill, and I'm very proud to be an Irishman and from Leitrim.
Well, I could tell you were very proud because I was listening to you speaking in there earlier on, and I have to say you made a very passionate speech about helping the Irish here, helping the Leitrim people, not just Leitrim people, but other counties as well.
Of course, well, it's personal. I mean, the Irish do need to stick together. I mean, they have done from the early days when they've come over into this country, and they should still do now. You know, when any of the events come up, the internationals, I mean, everyone's rooting for Ireland. It happens, but at the same time, you know, growing up here in England and spending your life here, you know, your loyalties are split. But hey, when it comes to the crunch, we're Irish.
It's people like you that keep the association going, though, here in Luton and many other places throughout the country, your dedication and your leadership.
The cause is a good one, and it's all for the right reasons, and it just keeps people together, it keeps the communities together. You see it in other nationalities, but the Irish are strong at that, and they do a good job on it, and you know, we're here to support that and keep it going, you know, through the older age groups have asked us to get involved, and we just want to keep it moving.
Now, Jim, you're a great supporter as well of the Leitrim Association, and I know you're a great friend here of Tom's as well.
Our families have been personal friends for as long as we can remember, and my parents being from Sligo and Tom's Leitrim, we all came from the same church, the same social club. We were brought up on the same estate in Luton, and we are really proud of our links wherever they're from, and the Leitrim Association did such great work for local charities, and through my radio show, etc. It's just an honour to be involved.
Now, I know I was told earlier on by Tom Shanley that you're a great supporter with your radio show of the Leitrim Association here in Luton, and indeed all the associations. But tell me a little bit about your radio show.
Well, we've been on Diverse FM now in Luton. It'll be 10 years coming up this year, and it's basically called Luton Irish Live, and any links we have with Ireland at all will include, and it's basically country and Irish. And prior to that, from 1984 with Chiltern Radio, the same thing. So it's been an absolute honour for me personally, because it's enabled me to meet all my musical heroes way back to the show band days, meeting them in marquees in Ireland on holiday, and over here in Luton in very many sort of community halls and the church halls and all over the country in recent years. And the Leitrim Association is, well, as I said earlier, they're personal friends anyway, family. They do such great work for local charities, including the Air Ambulance, which is a very personal one to I know a lot of people around these parts. So anything we can do, Martin, it's always a pleasure to be involved.
Lovely to meet you both tonight, and well done to you for the great work that you're both doing here for the Leitrim Association in Luton.
Likewise, Martin, thank you for coming tonight and interviewing everyone, and having us an opportunity to be on your show.
Antoinette, can you tell me a little bit about your involvement with the Leitrim Association?
Well, I've probably been involved for the last sort of 15 years on and off, doing various fundraising events within the Leitrim Association. The last one we had was in November time, and we fundraised for epilepsy group, and we had a family day which was very successful, and it's just trying to entice young people, more young people, to get involved in the Leitrim Association. The older generation done an amazing job and fundraised for the most of 40 years, but a lot of that generation have now moved on, and so it's time for us to get a younger generation involved in the fundraising.
Bridge, can you tell me what part of Leitrim do you come from?
Well, I come from a little townland called Gorva, but my main town is Mohill in County Leitrim, and then the main post office is Carrick-on-Shannon.
And when you immigrated to England, did you first come to Luton?
No, I came to London in the 60s, quite a long time ago. Couldn't afford to live in London at the time, and I wanted to buy my own place, so that was the reason I came to Luton.
Sean, this is a real family affair tonight because, of course, you've got your beautiful daughter here and your wife the other side of you.
Yes.
Are you enjoying the night?
Yes. Brilliant night.
Michelle, tell me a little bit about your involvement. I know you're a great supporter of the Leitrim Association.
Yeah, we always go to support it. We go to the ones in Luton and we go to the ones in London. And my husband has supported the Leitrim Association as well, Canny Screeding.
And of course the money that's raised for tonight and various other functions is going to a great organisation, it's going to charity, and it's a great worthy cause.
Yeah. We always like to support a good cause, so that's good.
Now Liam, I know that your company, Canny Screeding, is a great supporter as well of the Leitrim Association.
Yeah, well, we try to help out as best we can for all charities. We do a lot for the Mayo charity as well.
Tell me a little bit about your company.
Well, we set up business here back in 1990 and it's carried through so far till 2019 at the moment, and it's very successful, so we're doing our best for everybody.
Just tell us a little bit for our viewers at home what your company do.
We do floor screeding over underfloor heating, sand and cement floor screeding. It's all over underfloor heating now at the moment.
Great to meet you tonight, Liam, and all your family. Well, everyone's having a great time here at St. Joseph's Parish Centre in Luton, but we've got to take a short break. Welcome back to the show. We are here in Luton with the Leitrim Association, and virtually every county is represented here tonight. And I know that Brian Barrett, Martin Maloney and Damien Barrett are working extremely hard with the Mayo Association for their big event taking place on the 4th of May. Of course, that's Mayo Day, and Mick Flavin is providing the music. Don't forget, Mayo Day in Luton. Hope to see you all there on the 4th of May. Now, we're going to continue on with the Leitrim Association celebrations.
Well, I'm a Cavan person myself, and I married a Leitrim man from Balnamore, and he was one of the founder members of the Leitrim Association here in Luton, and he was chairman for 28 years and done an awful lot for the Leitrim people and for the association all over the years. So I followed in his footsteps and carried on and done the best I could for the Leitrim people in Luton.
And sadly your husband passed away about 10 or 11
years ago. He passed away, and that has made us all the more, because we had such wonderful people in the Leitrim Association all over the years, and they've done so much for so many people that we feel that we've got to carry on and look after, and especially the next generation too as well. And we get an awful lot of pleasure out of it, and it's lovely to see all the young people coming out tonight, the next generation, which is just lovely, and that's a great tribute to what we have done over the years, and we hope to carry on for a long, long time.
Well, we hope so too. And of course we've got the founding member here with us, Peter Blessing. Now Peter, of course, you founded the Leitrim Association 46 years ago.
Yeah. Well, yes, a man called Paddy Dolan kept on. We used to have the Harp Club here, and he keeps saying to us lads, I'd like you to form a Leitrim Association. And eventually I said to him one night, call a meeting. He called a meeting, and it started from there. And he was chairman for a couple of years, and then he said, I'm going to hand over. And it was then that Rita's husband, Andrew, and I was Andrew's treasurer for 29 years. And he was a wonderful, wonderful chairman because he kept it going. He was so easy to work with and such a good chairman. Nothing was too much trouble for him.
Those fields of heaven bright, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely round the fields of heaven.
And was there a lot of Leitrim people around Luton and Bedfordshire in that particular time?
Well, all Leitrim people immigrated. And it was nothing for us to have 30 to 40 people at a meeting. That'd be a small number. And we used to have the meetings, the first meetings were in the old Harp Club. And then, of course, that changed. We had meetings. The next thing was we had them in the Holy Ghost Club down in Beach Hill. And there was a 6 o'clock mass there. And between the mass and the big crowd that was in the hall for the Leith, the priest wasn't happy. And he wanted us to change our meeting, and we said no. Andrew said no. And then this young chap came up with an idea. He says, tell him you'll change. I said, what do you mean? Change it to 6:15. Everybody should be at mass at 6:15. And Andrew said, I never thought of that. And we went ahead with that, and we still held our meetings there. But of course they still come in at 10 to 6 or whatever. So we had a great time. But it was nothing to, at an AGM, you could have over 100 people at it. Yeah. Because all Leitrim immigrated in them days. Yeah.
Well, you must be still proud, though, that you've got the Leitrim Association here with you, going for 46 years. Yes. And what a great night you put on tonight.
Yeah, well, the new generation that we've lucky that they've taken over, and they're getting good support. And we ran out of tickets at £50 each, and we couldn't sell them at £2.50. So times have changed. Luton has become a wealthy spot, and the people are great supporters. So it's wonderful. And long may it last.
Niall, you're here tonight as a special guest representing your granddad, Ben Donoghue.
Yep, I'm here with my nan and granddad, Ben and Elizabeth Donoghue. We've been here for the last 3 years, so enjoying it, yeah. Cheers.
Now, of course, your granddad has been involved with the Leitrim Association for many years.
Yep, I'm new to it, but he's been involved for a long time, so yeah.
Well, obviously he's trying his best to get you involved.
He is. And I can't say no to him when he comes and asks me, so I'm here with a few of my brothers. We're enjoying it, yeah.
And it's a lovely family occasion tonight.
It is, yeah. I've been away in Australia for a few months. I come back and we're here tonight with him, so enjoying it.
And of course there's lots of young people here tonight, which is really encouraging for the Leitrim Association.
Yeah, I've been here now for 3 years, so I've seen it change a little bit over the 3 years. So yeah, there's a few young people here tonight, yeah.
Well listen, Niall, it's been lovely to catch up with you. John, great to see you here tonight celebrating the Leitrim Association Gala Ball. Of course, you've been involved a lifetime, I could say, with the GAA down here in Hertfordshire.
I have, Martin. Yeah, I'm in Luton for 45 years. I've been a member of St Dimphna's for 45 years. Done 11 years as chairman of the county board and 3 years chairman of provincial council. But every day has been enjoyable. There's nothing can beat it, you know.
And of course you were telling me earlier on about the big GAA event that takes place every year in London for all the underage.
Yeah, we have an ABC tournament, we call it the All Britain competition. Last year we had 2,500 kids in it. First year we had 600 kids. So it's a massive jump up in numbers, and this year we hope to have more than 2,500.
How important do you think to get young children playing Gaelic football early in life to try and keep the game going here?
It's the future of the clubs in Britain, really, because the number of players coming from Ireland now has dropped off dramatically in the last 2 or 3 years. So every club that has underage, their future is guaranteed. My own club here in Luton, we started doing underage 10 years ago. 50% of the senior team is now locally born, so the future is secure for the club.
That's great though, isn't it? Because we can no longer depend on people coming from Ireland and join our clubs up and down the country. So it's really important that all the clubs right across the country here tries to have some underage going.
Oh, it's massively important, and I mean there was a time going back to probably 10, 12 years ago when clubs went out of existence because they didn't have underage, and the clubs that did have underage were the clubs that survived.
Now, of course, big game coming up in Ruislip as well later on this year. Galway's here this year playing London.
Yeah, you'd have to give credit to London and the effort they put in as well. They have they've 7 or 8 local Borden players in their team. They had a great win last weekend over Wexford. And I like to see London doing well. They're our benchmark, they're our biggest county, and I like to see them doing well, and good luck to them.
And of course a lot of investment has gone into Ruislip as well.
There has, but it's been well deserved as well, and you know they've done the hard work. London have done the hard work as well, as they've got great support from the Irish government, Crow Park, and other people as well, local people in London, local businesses in London as well.
John, great to meet you here. I know you're a great Leitrim man. You're here supporting your association tonight.
Yeah, I've been coming to the Leitrim Association since they founded 45 years ago, and there's some great people involved, the people that started it off. There's younger people coming through now, which is, again, is the future of every organisation, really, is youth. So good luck to the Leitrim Association. They do fantastic work. A lot of the money they raise goes to charity and local organisations, so well done to the lads and the women that's involved as well.
Here's to celebrating 45 years of the Leitrim Association in Luton, and well done to you all, and long may it continue. That brings us to the end of the show for this week. We hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget Henry McGlade is back next Thursday evening at 7 o'clock with his show, and we are here at 7:30 with the Irish in the UK, all on Sky Channel 192, Freesat 161. Take care and sláinte.